What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, August 26, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Director Doug Liman has exited Fox and Marvel's X-Men spin-off Gambit in order to helm Dark Universe for rival DC Comics and Warner Brothers. According to Variety, Dark Universe is an adaptation of DC's Justice League Dark, a supernatural team of anti-heroes consisting of characters John Constantine, Swamp Thing, Deadman, Zatanna, and Terdrangen the Demon, who takes on mystic threats the Justice League cannot handle. Lyman replaces Guillermo del Toro, who has been attached to the project for some time. The film, produced by Scott Rudin and written by Michael Gillio, is expected to play a large role in Warner Bros. DC Extended Universe. John Constantine, an occult detective and demon hunter, was originally portrayed on-screen by Keanu Reeves in 2005's Constantine, and most recently by Matt Ryan in an NBC drama focused around the character that was canceled in 2015 after one season. Swamp Thing has also appeared in a film before, 1982's Swamp Thing, directed by Wes Craven, that starred Dick Dirt Rock in the title role. Lyman, who was previously attached to direct the long-in-development Gambit, starring Channing Tatum, but after signing on to Dark Universe, has officially exited the project, according to The Hollywood Reporter, who notes that the split was amicable. Tatum is still attached to star with Fox, still intended on starting production in early 2017. Search for a new director is already underway. Gambit has had a rocky production so far, with Tatum previously rumored to have been exiting the project before he formally committed to the role back in August of 2015. Lyman is the second director to leave the film behind, following the footsteps of filmmaker Rupert Wyatt. Recently, X-Men franchise producer Simon Kinberg gave an explanation for all the delays plaguing Gambit, noting, "I think the truth is when you have these movies that need a very special and unique tone, it takes a while to find that tone." He continued by saying the character has such a specific voice in the comic, like Deadpool, that we want to make sure that we capture that voice on the page. Stan Lee comes to the defense of Zendaya following reports that the actress will be portraying Mary Jane Watson in Spiderman Homecoming. The iconic comic book writer and creator of Spider-Man said to the Toronto Sun Tuesday, "If she is as good an actress as I hear she is, I think it will be absolutely beautiful and wonderful." Zendaya's role in Homecoming, starring Tom Holland as Spider-Man, was originally billed as Michelle. However, the former Disney Channel star was linked to Mary Jane, the web-slinger's iconic red-haired girlfriend, last week. Fan backlash ensued, with commentators upset that the traditionally Caucasian character would be portrayed by an African-American. According to Lee, however, a star's race shouldn't matter. Lee said the color of their skin doesn't matter, their religion doesn't matter. All that matters is that the right person is for the role. Lee's comments come after Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn also defended Zendaya, noting on social media, "I do not believe a character is the color of his or her skin." Spider-Man Homecoming is due in theaters July 7, 2017. For the first time in his career, Dwayne Johnson has been named the world's highest-paid actor. The list, composed by Forbes magazine, listed Johnson at number 1 from June 2015 to June 2016 for earning $64.5 million. A large amount comes from Johnson's starring roles in hit films such as Furious 7, San Andreas, HBO series Ballers, Central Intelligence, and upfront payments for upcoming flicks Fast 8 and Baywatch. Johnson beats out last year's three-time winner Robert Downey Jr., who came in with $33 million, which places him all the way down to 9th place. Last year, Johnson ranked in 11th place, having earned $31 million. The former WWE star wrote on Twitter Thursday regarding the news, "Want to say two things about this. I started with $7. If I can overcome, so can you. Waffle House on me." Jackie Chan came in second place, earning $61 million for a collection of international hits, with Matt Damon $55 million, Tom Cruise $53 million, and Johnny Depp $48 million, rounding out the top 5. Notably, Harrison Ford is the only actor to return to the list after making it in 2009, having earned $15 million for his role as Han Solo in The Force Awakens. Recently, Forbes released their list of highest-paid actresses, with Jennifer Lawrence coming in at number 1 with $46 million, close to $20 million less than Johnson. Within an overall list combining both actors and actresses, The Hunger Games star placed 6th alongside Ben Affleck in 7th with $43 million. According to Variety, combined, the top 10 actors actress earned $457 million, which is more than double what the top 10 actresses had earned. Notably, Lawrence famously wrote about the gender pay gap in Hollywood in a headline-grabbing essay back in October of 2015. Celebrities are showing their support for Leslie Jones in the wake of her invasive website hack. Pulp Fake, who directed the 40-year-old actress in Ghostbusters, singer Katy Perry and actress Patricia Arquette are among the stars who rallied around Jones after hackers leaked her personal information and several nude photos Wednesday. Fake tweeted, "What's happening to @LesDog is an absolute outrage. All right, haters, trolls, comedians, whoever the fuck you all are, you're just sad." Perry added to her 92.1 million Twitter's followers, "Do not give your eyeballs to this racist, hate-filled, misogynistic crime. I #stand with Leslie." Jones, who has been the target of racist and sexist backlash since she was confirmed for Ghostbusters in January 2015, took her website offline after the hack. The hackers have posted pictures of her driver's license and passport in addition to sexually explicit photos. Arquette tweeted, "FYI, sharing stolen, intimate photos like @LeslieDogs is illegal. You're participating in a sex crime." She also added, "This rise of online harassment, racism, and sexual harassment is a sign that we've lost empathy. We need to write this course, #LostWorld. The problem here is deviant behavior online is finding allies and normalizing itself." Fig had previously voiced his support for Jones following the Ghostbusters premiere in July. The actors temporarily quit Twitter after the premiere due to an outpouring of hateful comments. Dancing with the Stars favorite Maxim Chemerinsky is returning for season 23. The 36-year-old professional dancer confirmed he'll compete as a pro in a tweet Thursday after media outlets broke the news the day previous. He wrote, "Yes, I am," in response to former contestant Ginger Z's post about his return. Z was partnered with Chemerinsky's brother Val in season 22. Chemerinsky will reportedly team with television personality Amber Rose, who was linked to the series this week. The rumor is largely based on a photo of the pair in costume that is circulating online. Val Chemerinsky had teased on Tuesday's episode of Good Morning America, "It's going to be amazing. We're going to have an incredible cast as always." He added, "I'm also excited for the pros. We have a lot of different pros coming back, so pros from back in the days, so I'm excited." Whitney Carlson, Sharna Burgess, Artem Chiganistev, Lindsay Arnold, and Sasha Farber will join the brothers in season 23. Peta Mugatroy, who is pregnant and expecting with her first child with Chemerinsky, will sit the season out. Chemerinsky last competed in season 18, winning the competition with Merle Davis as his partner. Dancing with the Stars season 23 will premiere on September 12th on ABC. Connie Britton's time on Nashville is reportedly coming to a close. The 49-year-old actress who plays Raina James on the musical drama will leave the series after season 5, according to news outlets. Entertainment Weekly reported Britton will appear in just 10 of 22 episodes in the new season. Sources said negotiations are ongoing and that producers remain hopeful the actress will sign on for more episodes. Insiders previously told TV Guide that Raina will plan her comeback as a performer in season 5. The character will also reportedly cross paths with a seemingly helpful app developer and superfan with secret nefarious plans. CMT announced in a press release Wednesday that season 5 will premiere January 5, 2017. However, it picked up the series in June following its cancellation at ABC. CMT's head of development, Jason Dinsmore, says beginning with Nashville in January, each series will help launch the next, creating an overlay to cycle viewers through our original year-round. Hayden Panettiere, who plays Juliet Barnes, is expected to return for the full season. 27-year-old actress had announced her return to rehab for postpartum depression in May, the same day as Nashville's cancellation. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson spoke to Jimmy Kimmel about his nude scene on Power and clarifying the ensuing social media spat with executive producer Courtney Kemp. Jackson appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live on Wednesday night and talked to Kimmel about his surprise nude scene in his hit Stars show. Jackson posed his displeasure with Kemp on Instagram following the show's 4th episode in which Jackson's penis is exposed during the sex scene. Jackson claimed he didn't know his penis was visible in that scene, but Kemp shot back that Jackson signed the waiver like everybody else. Talking to Kimmel, Jackson clarified the situation. Kimmel says, "Now the story was that somehow accidentally your penis got on the show." Jackson said, "Right, but it wasn't like an accident." Jackson told Kimmel that he knew he was exposed during the scene, but didn't think it made it to the show's final cut. Jackson said, "I knew it was there, I just didn't see it in the original clips. It was darker." Jackson also told Kimmel he wasn't the only one who was surprised by the explicit scene. Jackson said, "And then my aunt sees the show and she's like, I'm traumatized," noting that his aunt texted him and asked why he didn't tell her. And Jackson said, laughing, "I was like, yo, I didn't know either." Power was recently renewed for 2 more seasons on Stars and airs on Sundays at 9 p.m. Actor Scott Eastwood is confronting the death of his late ex-girlfriend, Jewel Bragman. Bragman's dad, Alexander Bragman, told People that the 30-year-old actor phoned him Tuesday after discussing his daughter's death in the September-October issue of GQ Australia. Alexander revealed, he said, "I didn't reach out before because I didn't know what to say. He was very apologetic." He said of his choice of forgiving Eastwood, "When things are low, I chose to rise. I was angry, but everybody grieves differently. You know, he's a kid too. I didn't know what his grieving process is. I'd like to get to know more of what he went through." Eastwood had admitted to GQ that he never called Alexander after Bragman's death in 2014. The aspiring model died at the age of 26 in a minor car crash after a defective airbag in her rental vehicle exploded. Eastwood had shared, "I had never lost someone I had been really intimate with, like in that way in a relationship. I think that really affected me in a way that I don't know. Maybe it's made it hard for me to date." Alexander said Eastwood and Bragman were very involved during their 2-year relationship, but had broken up for several months at the time of his daughter's death. He and the actor reportedly made plans to meet in person and continue the conversation. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul star Bob Odenkirk is writing a comedic memoir full of personal essays. Random House announced Wednesday that it's published Odenkirk's first book, which doesn't have yet a title or release date. Odenkirk, who's best known for his role as Jimmy McGill/Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad and its spin-off Better Call Saul, will give readers a comedic insight into his life and career, from his time at Chicago's Second City to Saturday Night Live to his Emmy-winning portrayal of McGill/Goodman. Odenkirk said in a statement, "The book will be a comic Bildungsroman, if you will, defined by Webster's dictionary as a novel about the moral and psychological growth of the main character, except this will be more memoir, and the main character, Bob Odenkirk, actor, writer, comedian, gadabout, doesn't grow morally or psychologically." Random House executive producer Ben Greenberg said the book aims to shed some light on Odenkirk's depth of talent. Greenberg said in a statement, "This book will give Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul fans who might not know Bob's past life a look at the remarkable writer and comedic mind hiding just beneath that character." Sarah Hyland says she was excited to act in the films XOXO and Dirty Dancing because they allowed her to explore characters unlike her Modern Family alter ego. The 25-year-old native New Yorker told UPI in a phone interview this week, "XOXO was really great for me because I love doing things outside of Modern Family. I like digging my claws into a different character, and Crystal is very different from Haley. She's not really the wild child. She's the innocent in this film, and I think there is something really wonderful and unique about her. This project comes at a real perfect time because electronic dance music is getting really big in the States. I know it's been very big overseas for a very long time, but I think it's really great that we're able to show a very authentic point of view of this culture, of the EDM world, and put it in a movie in a time when people are obsessed with this music." XOXO is an ensemble movie about a group of 20-somethings who intersect on the way to the biggest EDM festival in America. XOXO. Set to debut on Netflix Friday and co-starring Graham Phillips, Brett DeBunio, Chris D'Elia, Haley Kiyoko, Colin Woodward, Ryan Hansen, Ian Anderson Dale, and Ian Sky. It was directed by Christopher Louis and writer by Dylan Mayer. Hyland will also soon be seen on ABC's version of the classic 1987 romance Dirty Dancing. Asked if she had noticed big differences in the process of working in film or television, streaming or broadcast, the actress says, "We filmed Modern Family in LA. We filmed XOXO in LA. It's all the same to me. As long as I am enjoying myself and think that I'm giving the best creative job that I can give, then I'm super happy." She also added, "I did Dirty Dancing this summer, and that was very different because we were in North Carolina, all staying at this place called the Mountain Lodge, and we owned that lodge. We made the lobby our living room, and we were together nonstop all the time, and you're kind of forced into a situation where you have to like everybody, and it turned out everyone was amazing anyways. We became like this little family." I think was the only difference between film and television when you have to be away on location, because I think that makes a world of difference. So does she feel any anxiety about taking over a role in a beloved classic as opposed to creating a character from scratch as she usually does? Her response was, "I can only speak for myself. I didn't feel any pressure because this role of Dirty Dancing, Lisa Houseman, I don't think people have ever seen Lisa like this before. It's not like in the film. You see way more of her. You see way more of her vulnerability and her heart, and how her heart gets broken, and what she does with the broken heart, and how she changes for the better. You really are able to see her relationship with her sister, Abigail Breslin, her relationship with her mom, Deborah Messing, her relationship with her dad, Bruce Greenwood, and real delve into the relationship with Robbie, played by Shane Harper. And there is this new character that I think people will really love. Amanda Bynes appeared cheerful and enthusiastic in a rare update Wednesday afternoon. 30-year-old actress returned to Twitter after a 6-month hiatus to let her 3.4 million followers know that she's loving her classes at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. Bynes wrote, "Hi everybody, I haven't tweeted in a long time and I want to say hi. I've been really busy at FIDM and I just finished my midterms." She added, "I'm really loving school and I feel that I'm learning a lot. I enjoy all of my classes and my teachers are excellent. I'm really appreciative of all that FIDM is giving me. I've been in school learning about the fashion business, so I don't have time to tweet." Fans were thrilled to see the positive update, with one person writing, "I'm very happy for you, Amanda. I'm happy that you have something to look forward to like your fashion career." Bynes' lawyer has said in April that the star is doing well. Dave Escobillas told People magazine, "Amanda is doing great, enjoying school and thriving creatively. She appreciates all the love and support she received from family, friends, and fans." A source added at the time, "She's working on her own designs, which are incredible so far. She hopes to launch her line soon." Bynes had returned to the Fashion Institute in October following a turbulent period in her personal life. She had been placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold in October 2014 after a highly publicized breakdown. First-time mom Audrina Partridge is giving fans a first real glimpse of her daughter. The 31-year-old television personality shared photos of 2-month-old Kira on Instagram and her website Thursday, 2 months after welcoming the infant with fiancé Corey Bohan. She wrote, "I know all of you guys have been blowing up about wanting to see Kira, and it's been 2 months now. It's been hard telling all my friends and family not to post or know when the right time is. I think it's been long enough." Partridge had previously posted photos of Kira, but always hid the baby's face. She shared several unobscured shots on her website, including a photo of herself and Bonham with their daughter at the beach. Partridge said in a company blog post, "We're so beyond in love with her. I never imagined I could love someone with all that I have, but my love for her grows each and every day." She gushed, "Kira is the happiest, most beautiful baby with a constant smile and lots of googling and gagging. She loves giving Corey and I the biggest smiles, but I can't wait until she giggles for the first time. Right now she gives lots of expressions, but no noise." The star added, "I absolutely love being a mom. Kira is my number one priority. I know these pictures were a long time coming, so I want to thank you for all your patience. I can't wait to begin this journey as a new mother and share everything I learned all along the way." Teen Mom 2, Jenelle Evans is expecting her third child. The 24-year-old reality star announced in an Instagram post Wednesday that she's pregnant and expecting a daughter with boyfriend David Eason. The baby will be the couple's first child. She captured a photo of herself and Eason. "Time to introduce the world to our baby girl soon, Ensley Jolie Eason. She'll be arriving January 28th. We couldn't be any happier." Eason added on his own account, "It's a girl, y'all. I'm so happy, about to cry. Love you so much. At J_Evans 1219. And I cannot wait to meet our baby girl, Ensley Jolie Eason." Evans and Eason, who is dad to 2 other children, have been together since 2015. The star herself is already mom to 7-year-old son Chase and with ex-boyfriend Andrew Lewis and 2-year-old son Kai with ex-fiancé Nathan Griffin. Evans came to fame on 16 and Pregnant before starring on Teen Mom 2. The star told fans in June she's rethinking her future with the MTV series after being highly disappointed with her portrayal on the season 7 finale. She tweeted at the time, "Not watching once again, highly disappointed and only caught a glimpse for 5 seconds. Rethinking ever letting my life be filmed ever again." Jennifer Lopez and Casper Smart have reportedly ended their on-again, off-again relationship after more than 5 years together. A source close to the former couple told People magazine it wasn't anything dramatic and they were on good terms. It just came to a natural end. They will remain friends and see each other, but they are not together. It's very amicable. Lopez and Smart got together not long after Lopez's divorce from ex-husband Mark Anthony in 2011. The two first broke up in 2014, but reconciled in May 2015. Different sources told TMZ the split came as a result of Smart blowing off Lopez and a Hamptons fundraiser on Saturday to spend the night at UFC's 202 in Vegas. That source also added that it's likely that Lopez and Smart could end up back together. The rep for Lopez has no comment. And a passing to report. French designer Sonia Rykiel, who pioneered women's fashion in the 60s and 70s, died at her home in Paris on Thursday from effects of Parkinson's disease. She was 86. Rykiel stumbled into the world of fashion accidentally. In the mid-50s, Rykiel's husband owned a boutique in Paris called Laura. When Rykiel became pregnant, she began to make her own maternity clothes because she was unhappy with the options available to her. Rykiel said, "I wanted a maternity dress, but I couldn't find anything I liked. Everything was abominable. So I made one. Then I made it a pullover. Ellie put it on the cover." Rykiel started carrying her own clothing in Laura's shops, and as her designs gained popularity, Rykiel eventually opened her own shop in 1968, the same year she divorced her husband. Rykiel's clothes were then handpicked by Bloomingdale's and Henry Bendel in New York. Over the years, Rykiel's design house expanded to children's wear, men's wear, and in 2002, lingerie and erotica allowed Rykiel to broaden her clientele, which has ranged from Madonna to First Lady Michelle Obama, who purchased one of Rykiel's plastic belts in 2009. Some of Rykiel's early celebrity clients were Brigitte Bardot and Audrey Hepburn. In 2012, Rykiel revealed that she had been living with Parkinson's for 50 years. She was 86. Britney Spears' life story is a new focus at Lifetime, where the network is currently planning a 2-hour biopic called Britney, which will premiere in 2017. In an announcement Wednesday, Lifetime said Britney's, starring Hail Caesar's Natasha Bassett, will tell the tumultuous true story of Spears' childhood in Louisiana, her relationship with Justin Timberlake, and her public struggles in 2007, and her subsequent rise back to the top. Spears, whose ninth studio album, Glory, will be released this week, is not involved with Lifetime's project. Rep told Entertainment Weekly, Spears is not involved in any way, shape, or form, nor does it have her blessings. Lifetime is also planning to release movies focusing on the death of John Benet Ramsey, alleged murderer Robert Durst, as well as a television remake of the 80s classic Beaches. Spears is scheduled to perform at the MTV VMAs on Sunday and has recently extended her stay at Las Vegas Planet Hollywood, where she has been performing since 2013. The creators of the song Blurred Lines are appealing to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn a ruling that they have infringed on a copyright of Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Pharrell Williams, Robin Thicke, and Clifford Harris Jr., also known as T.I., filed the appeal in hopes of overturning the judge's rule, which requires them to pay $5.3 million in damages, in addition to a running royalty of 50% of the songwriter and publishing revenues. The appeal stated, this outcome creates international press coverage and widespread expressions of concern by members of the music community that, if left to stand, the Blurred Lines verdict would chill musical creativity and inhibited the process by which later artists draw inspiration from earlier artists to create new popular music. In the appeal, filed August 24th, the attorneys for T.I. argued that Got to Give It Up was one of the last songs recorded before copyright changed to include sound recordings as well as sheet music. Williams Thicke Harris alleged that John Kronstadt, the judge in the original case, misread the law by comparing the two recordings, and that if he only considered the sheet music, the case would have not gone to trial. The appeal states, whatever happened, instead of a cascade of legal errors warranting this court of reversal or vacatur for new trial. As summary judgment, the district court entertained expert testimony by musicologists for the Gays, who based their opinions entirely on the sound recordings, not the deposit copy. The court correctly filtered out non-deposit copy and generic music features from their testimony, but then erroneously failed to compare what remained to Blurred Lines. The appellants also stated that the recording had not factored into the case at all, that they would have avoided the copyright infringement ruling. This appeal cites that the recent case involving Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven as a precedent for discounting specific musical elements which sound similar in determining copyright cases. The Roots drummer and co-frontman Questlove is joining forces with musical stream giant Pandora on a weekly 3-hour radio show on his Pandora station. After meeting with Pandora co-founder Tim Westerdrin, Questlove found that the company's musical ideals align with his own and signed on to be a strategic advisor and artist ambassador. Questlove said, I went in there to talk about playlists, and I ended up with a job as an equity partner. He added, I see in Pandora both a deep respect for the craft of music and a commitment to the musicians that make it their living. First up in the collaboration between the leader of the Tonight Show band and the technology company is a weekly radio show. Questlove Supreme, which Questlove describes as both similar to his NYU music courses and the black nerd version of NPR. The first episode of Supreme will premiere on Wednesday, September 7th at 1 p.m. on Questlove's own Pandora station. It will feature comedian Maya Rudolph, the daughter of singer-songwriter Minnie Riperton and composer Richard Rudolph. Questlove said, "I want a world in which Drake's One Dance can also live with Frank Zappa's Uncle Meat and can live with James Brown talking loud and saying. Nothing at all stops in between." For his part, Westergen says Pandora is looking to change the way it does music. Westergen said, "We're entering in a new phase for the company. We're working more directly with labels and artists. We really want to invest a lot in the Nixes, and have someone like him bridge that and speak on our behalf is really powerful." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1978, Grease movie soundtrack earns its second number one hit. The 60s was the final decade in which the musical hits of Broadway's were routinely and successfully adapted by Hollywood into big-budget screen versions. West Side Story, 1961, My Fair Lady, 1964, The Sound of Music, 1965, and Funny Girl, 1968. All of these movie musicals were among the biggest critical and commercial hits of their era. But while the early part of the subsequent decade brought up successful adaptations of Fiddler on the Roof in 1971 and Cabaret 1972, Hollywood had all but given up Broadway, and by the mid-1970s, and then in 1978, Paramount Pictures placed a big bet on a small musical called Grease and came up with not just an enormous hit movie, but a true pop culture phenomenon that included one of the most successful original movie picture soundtracks albums in music history. On this date in 1978, that album earned its second chart-topping hit when its third single, Frankie Valli's Grease, reached number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100. The two Grease numbers that preceded Frankie Valli's title tune as singles were the number one hit, You're the One That I Want, a duet by the film's co-star John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, and the number three hit, Hopelessly Devoted to You by Newton-John alone. The cast ensemble of the song Summer Nights would also become a top 10 single, making the only one of the Grease soundtrack's four hit songs that actually came from the original Broadway show. Musically, the original Broadway show Grease hewed very close to the 1950s setting, featuring songs that were clear nods to period styles and stars, songs like Grease Lightning, Beauty School Dropout, and Hand Jive. When it came to the film's movie version, however, a whole new slate of songs was added, including You're the One That I Want, Hopelessly Devoted to You, and the song that hit number one on this date in 1978, Grease. Grease was the second solo chart topper for Frankie Valli, who made his name in the early 60s as the vocalist of the Four Seasons, and later scored several major hits as a solo artist, including the number two hit Can't Take My Eyes Off of You in 1967, and the number one hit My Eyes Adore You. Grease was written for Valli by Barry Gibb, who accomplished a remarkable feat of his own with the song. When Grease completed its second week at number one, it was the 26th week at number one for Barry Gibb as a songwriter in 1978. In addition to Grease, the other number one hits of 1978 written by Gibb were How Deep Is Your Love, Staying Alive, and Night Fever, all performed by the Bee Gees, Love Is Thicker Than Water, and Shadow Dancing, performed by brother Andy Gibb, and If I Can't Have You, performed by Yvonne Elliman on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. And as your entertainment report for Friday, August 26, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Brain Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.